Hello and welcome to today's daily message. This is a good one for today. This goes along with today's mindful message as well. So we've got the number 4, past, present, and future. Okay, today's lesson is one of those that can be a little bit harder to deal with. We all have traumas. We've all had something bad happen in our lives. And I think some of the hardest lessons is learning to accept, acknowledge what's happened to us. That's one of the biggest steps you can make. Instead of denying what's happened, is acknowledge it. Accept that it's happened. And instead of calling what happened to you as why you are the way you are, you can label it as bad, as trauma. It is a part of your past, but that doesn't mean that you are bad by any means. It means it's a part of your past that was difficult. And a lot of us carry around this duality, that idea of that baggage that we carry around because we've been holding on to so much, right? So I've heard therapists say, okay, so let's unpack that baggage and let's take a look at it. And sometimes it does mean a little bit of looking back to be able to be mindful and in your present so that you can look forward to the future. When you're labeling something as being toxic and bad and evil, it's understandable because there are some extremely evil people in this world. And I get that. I've had to dealing with this same thing too. So taking a look at your past and being able to accept and say to yourself, okay, if this happened, I'm not going to deny this anymore. I'm not going to escape this anymore. I'm not going to try and numb myself out with food and drink or drugs or whatever it is that you're doing to try and escape from that trauma. It's about allowing yourself to integrate those lessons into your life. And instead of labeling them, you can feel free to take a look at what happened and say, that is a part of my past. That past doesn't dictate how I am today. It's important for you to be able to be in the present moment so you can enjoy those moments in your life, whether it's with your family or your friends or your pets or your loved ones. It's important to be able to be in that present moment and experience and enjoy everything that's happening in your life instead of constantly dwelling on the past and what happened. Okay? It's important to be able to do this so you can look forward to your future. And I know sometimes it's easy to get into that fatalistic feeling that because what happened in your past, it dictates your whole life, and you're gonna I used to be like, well, I had a crappy past, so I'm gonna have a crappy present and I'm gonna have a crappy future, right? So obviously my therapist is like, yeah, no, we gotta change that. So I just feel like someone in my collective or someone who's going to come across this video is going to be like, yeah, I'm right there with you, right? I understand it because I've been there. It's about learning how to be able to move forward. And sometimes those expectations that people have of you to be able to just let go isn't as easy as it sounds. In fact, anyone that tells you to just let go is, that's kind of re-traumatizing you. Anyone that tells you, oh, so and so went through this and that and the other thing, that's minimizing your trauma. Okay? And you don't need to listen to people who don't have a degree in psychology. Okay? That's not something you need to pay attention to. You need to pay attention to your feelings and acknowledge them and accept them and be able to allow yourself to stretch your wings out and sing. I just feel like someone watching this is the singer. You can get those feelings out through singing. I see three little birds here, right? Are you a Bob Marley fan like me? Go work on that song. That's a great tune. I love that song. And it's easy to play on the guitar and easy to sing. It's a fun song. That's a song I remember from my childhood singing a lot. Instead of judging the situations that you've been in and putting harsh judgments on yourself, instead accept the fact that you've survived something. And I hate to use the word victim, but sometimes we can be in a bit of a victim mentality. And we do kind of have a choice in the matter. Of course, we didn't have a choice in the matter when the trauma happened, but living and constantly blaming that trauma for the way that you are isn't healthy. It's about learning new coping strategies. It's about finding a therapist to work with. I found a great therapist on BetterHelp. I'm not affiliated with BetterHelp in any way, shape, or form. But I did find a wonderful therapist there. And they do, if you have any financial issues, because some people will tell you it's very expensive, you can actually fill out a form. And they're working with me on a sliding scale because I am simply not a millionaire by any shape or means or form. But the book that she had me get is called Best Self by life coach Mike Bayer. And this has really been helpful for me. So I do suggest it. And again, this was suggested by my therapist, so I'm just suggesting it to you because it has been helping me to kind of move from that victim mentality over to feeling like I can be the victor. Like, I know that I can rise above everything that's happened in my life, right? And I know that we can do that, and we can take a look at the past and say, yeah, what happened was bad. And taking a look at our present and saying, hey, you know what? It's pretty good right now. In fact, it's really good right now. Oop, husky hair getting in here. Sorry about that. It's like everywhere. He's blowing his coat. And looking forward to your future because you know that you can heal. It's integrating these 3 aspects of ourselves into one. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it.